Hello there to you again, my dear fine, beautiful audience friends. What's up, guys? It's Cameron talking to you once again, and today I will be giving you my way too early 2021 New Year's Six Bowl predictions. For those of you who are subscribed to my channel for the model train and just train-related content in general, I have created a second channel for that. It will be called Cam's Trains and Things. CAM''STRAINS''NTHINGS. So yeah, this channel will be focusing mainly on football content. So if you are subscribed for train-related content, you'll want to go subscribe to that channel instead. So without further ado, let's get on with it. We'll start with the Rose Bowl. So in the Rose Bowl game, I have the USC Trojans taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. This one was tricky because there are so many teams out of the Pac-12 and a couple out of the Big Ten that could make it to this game. There's USC, Washington, Oregon, Ohio State, Arizona State, Northwestern, Wisconsin, and maybe even Iowa, maybe Penn State, maybe Michigan State. Who knows? So, yeah. In this game, I do have Ohio State versus USC, though. And so, my reasoning here is I think USC will go to the Pac-12 championship game but lose, and so they will go to Rose Bowl, and the Pac-12 champion I have in the college football playoff. And then Ohio State, I think they win the Big Ten with one loss along the way, and that is to Indiana. So, yeah. After all that happens, I think the Rose Bowl will be USC versus Ohio State. And because USC just has to travel across town and Ohio State has to travel thousands of miles to get there, I do think USC will win this game. Not easily, but by a considerable margin. Moving on to the Fiesta Bowl, I have Oregon versus Texas A&M. This one is also tricky because the Fiesta Bowl is usually a team from the Pac-12 and a team from the Great Plains region of the United States. Basically, between Mimmel the Elf, if you know what that is, it's Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and the Rocky Mountains. So that region of the United States usually gets a team in this bowl as well. And this time, I think it'll be the Oregon Ducks taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. And after this is all done and dusted, I do think that the winner will be Texas A&M. I think they will be the better team, and I think Oregon will do well enough to get to this game. I just don't think they'll do well enough to win it. So, moving on to the Sugar Bowl, we have Georgia taking on Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is going to make it to the Big 12 championship game and then lose, similarly to how USC did. And same thing with Georgia. I think they're going to make it to the SEC championship and then lose. So I don't see Georgia winning this game. I think Oklahoma will win this. I think they get here with one loss in the Big 12 championship game. I think Georgia loses to Clemson and then in the SEC championship game. And I think the Oklahoma Sooners will win the Sugar Bowl. Moving on to the Peach Bowl, I have the Miami Hurricanes taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. You might be thinking to yourself, Cameron, the Miami Hurricanes in a New Year's Six Bowl? You can't be serious. Well, I am serious. I think the Hurricanes will lose 2 games along the way to get here, and then lose in the ACC championship game. And then Cincinnati, I think they will be the highest ranked group of 5 champion, and they will be the American Conference champions, and I think that'll do well enough for them to get them into a New Year's 6. And I do think it will be the Peach Bowl against the Miami Hurricanes. And to top their season off, I think the winner of the Peach Bowl will be, drumroll please, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Yes, you heard that right. A group of 5 team winning a New Year's 6. I am crazy. Moving on to the playoff bracket, I have the 1 seed, Clemson Tigers. 2 seed, this will be the most controversial pick of this entire video, the Washington Huskies. The 3 seed, Alabama Crimson Tide. And 4 seed, Iowa State. So, let's get into this. First of all, Clemson versus Iowa State in the Orange Bowl, which will be the 1 versus 4. And I think Iowa State will do well enough to get here, winning the Big 12 and all. And Clemson, I think they'll go undefeated, but I don't think Iowa State can beat Clemson. I think Clemson will move on to the national championship game. Now in the other game, we have Washington versus Alabama, the 2 versus the 3 in the Cotton Bowl Classic. Please pardon any background noise you might hear. Anyway, I think that Washington will do well enough to go 13-0, winning the Pac-12 championship over USC. And I think Alabama will go 12-1 with their 1 loss to A&M on the road. And they will beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. So, here, I think this one's going to be much closer than the other one. This is a rematch of a 2016 game where Alabama was the 1 seed and Washington was the 4 seed, and Alabama won that game. However, this time I think the Huskies are going to get revenge, and I have them moving on to the national championship game to play the Clemson Tigers. So, these 2 teams will both be 14-0 coming into this game. And I think this will be a very close game. Washington will have some great quarterback play as long as he doesn't get injured. Clemson, they'll be missing Trevor Lawrence, but I think they'll be 14-0 anyway. And, I don't know where this game's being played, probably somewhere in the southeast. And that will give Clemson a big boost because that'll make Washington fly from Seattle all the way down there, and Clemson will just have to fly a little bit. But yeah, I think this game will be close, but I think that the national champions will be the Clemson Tigers. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Yeah, I'm just gonna drag this out a bit longer, but there you have it. My way too early New Year's 6 bowl predictions. The Clemson Tigers will win the national championship over the Washington Huskies. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And as always, win. I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm not going to use that ever again. That was terrible. Yeah, I am so sorry you had to hear me say that. So, next week I'll have a better ending.